Okay, Sister Deanna, you ready?
Yep.
You ready, Chris? Okay.
Alright. The Lord said, I have indeed seen the misery of my people in Egypt. I have heard them crying out because of their slave drivers, and I am concerned about their suffering. So I have come down to rescue them from the hand of the Egyptians and to bring them up out of the land into a good and spacious land. A land flowing with milk and honey, and home of the Canaanites, Hittites,
The
Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites.
Yeah, okay, you keep going.
And now the cry of the Israelites has reached me, and I have seen the way the Egyptians are oppressing them. So now go, I am sending you to Pharaoh to bring my people, the Israelites, out of Egypt.
Okay, now, here's and what I was telling you, that God hears your prayer. Now, Pharaoh is a type of the devil in the Old Testament. He took the Israelites, he enslaved them in slavery for 400 years, and they began to cry to the Lord. And this is when Moses at the burning bush, I remember, y'all probably seen the Ten Commandments where he seen the burning bush and he went to the bush beginning to. So this is where we had the story here. You know, God was speaking to him through the burning bush. And he began to tell Moses in verse 7, and the Lord said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people. Now, we're using the Egyptians, but let's bring it in our life. If God seen the Israelites struggle with the Egyptians, how much more do he see us go through our struggles today? Now, many of us may not be in a physical slavery, but we may have been in a spiritual slavery. All right? There's a difference there. You can be free with no chains on your flesh, but you can be in a spiritual slavery where you're bound to drugs or to alcohol, or to when you're bound to different type of lifestyles. You may be bound with depression. Don't you know depression is a spirit? All right, that's not a disease. It's a spirit. We can get more into that, but we're not tonight. So you can be bound by depression. You can be bound by unhappiness. You can be bound by guilt. You can be bound by shame.
It's like sometimes when you feel like you're trying to stop being a certain way or doing something, and you just keep going back and you keep going back. That's being bounded by something.
Exactly.
When you feel like you're stuck on a merry-go-round and you're just going round and round.
That's right. And see, a lot of people don't realize when someone is bound by crack cocaine, that they're bound by a spirit, because that's what I was bound by. You know, that's why the days that I would go and do crack, I didn't want to do, it felt like something was pulling my neck. That was a spirit leading me to go do those things. So it took the Lord to break that. It took the Lord to deliver me. I mean, I went to AA, NA. I mean, that's good if that's where you have to go. But it took God to bring deliverance in my life. And that's what some people don't understand. They try to say, well, why don't they just quit? It's not that easy. Not when a spirit get a hold of you and make you like a slave, you know, to where you don't want to do it, but you do it anyway because you have no control. Okay, so many of us are coming through the lines where we're struggling with some things. We're bound with some things. Some things still hold us captive. But the Lord is telling Moses that he's coming to deliver Egypt, and God is speaking to us. Jesus said that he's coming to deliver us from that. So we don't have to be bound by unhappiness. We don't have to be bound by depression. We don't have to be bound by anxiety. We don't have to be bound by fear, because Jesus came to set us free. Okay? He came to set us free. And this is what God was telling Moses, tell Pharaoh that I'm coming to set my people free. And we ought to be thankful today that we have somebody on our side when we are alone, when it doesn't seem like things are going right. Somebody there to help encourage us, which is Jesus Christ, and tell us that, hey, it's going to be all right. I'm fighting the battle for you. I'm helping you. It may not seem like I'm there, but I'm there to help you cross the road. Okay? So, we got to understand, this is what the Lord is saying to us today, that he hears your cry. when you are afflicted in verse 7. You know, he hears when you all alone and you're, Lord, I don't know how we're going to make it. You know, some of us have kids, Lord, my babies don't have Pampers and they don't have this. And my husband is acting up this way and my wife is acting up that way. My mom is treating me this way. My dad is treating me that way. You know, God hears your cry.
Amen. All
right? So even when you don't think he hears you. God is for you. He's not against none of us. God is not against you, Brother Danny. God is not against you. God is not against us. He's not looking to destroy us. God want to raise us up. God want to build our families up. God want to build our children up. God want to build our marriages up. God want to build us up where we can be example to this world. So don't feel like when you're all alone and things are not going right, God doesn't hear you. See, the devil want to keep you in bondage and say, oh yeah, you're no good, you're this, you're that. The devil is a lie. Jesus died on a cross for each and every one of us so he can make us kings and priests, so he can make us conquerors, so he can make us overcomers. The devil wants you to believe that you're nothing and you're nobody and you got to stay in the situation you're in when the devil is a lie. God has made a way for you, a way of escape for you. So when you're going through your trials and when you're going